So, after a long time, um, today we'll talk about molecular mechanisms of sex determination in Drosophila and humans. We actually completed the human part in this presentation I found on LinkedIn. It's present. Start this to start with. In this presentation, we'll be covering about the sex chromosome and sex determination, and we know that we have covered uh, some part of it. Now, what are the different mechanisms of sex determination? Sex determination in Drosophila, which is the part which we were left with, and sex determination in humans, and lastly, we'll see the conclusion. So, as if we focus on this fourth point, sex determination in Drosophila, so X ratio A mechanism and the molecular mechanism. So here X tells about the X chromosome and A tells about the autosomal chromosomes of Drosophila. And we very well know that there are two types of chromosomes, autosomal chromosomes and sex chromosomes. So that is very much clear. So in case of Drosophila, when I'm saying X ratio A, X is sex chromosome, X chromosome. Now, to start with, the word sex is derived from the Latin word sexus means separation. So where we can just separate the things, we can just tell that which is what, like male or female. Sex is the morphological, physiological, and behavioral difference observed among egg-producing organism and sperm-producing organism. So uh, now, what is sex discrimination? It refers to the hormonal. Now we know that there are various molecules inside our body which control various metabolic functions of our body or cell. So basically, when I say hormones, we are aware of several kind of hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, and these hormones, we know that they are very essential in case of humans in determining the maleness or the sex or the sex characteristics. So it refers to the hormonal, environmental, and genetical, especially molecular mechanisms that make. So we are very much aware about the XX in case of mammals, or in case of humans, it is female. In case of when it is XY, the individual will be male. So, and yeah, that we discussed in case of like Drosophila. In Drosophila, there are four chromosome in total: one, two, three, four. So there are four pair of chromosome, and then out of which there are three pairs are autosomal chromosome and one is sex chromosome. So again, I repeat that this is a chromosome of Drosophila. So autosomes and sex chromosomes. So different sex determination systems, the chromosomal basis of sex determination, as we were very much aware of it because we have done this mechanism, we have read this mechanism in class 12 also, and I guess we have also, I guess you remember that we have also discussed this in our class when we were discussing about sex determination in case of humans. So genic determination of sex, cytoplasmic determination, genic balance theory that we are just shortly we are going to discuss it, haplodiploid mechanism. I guess you are aware of this mechanism occurs in honeybees and environmental sex discrimination. There are various types of there are other in case of especially in case of reptiles where the sex is determined basically by the temperature or by. To start with the sex determination in the Drosophila, which belongs to the genic balance mechanism. So the sex in Drosophila is determined by the genic balance mechanism. So now, what is genic balance mechanism? So in right now, just a few minutes ago, I was talking about the X chromosome ratio to the autosomal chromosome. So that is X ratio A. So the ratio of the sex chromosome to the ratio of autosome in case of Drosophila determines the sex of the Drosophila. So Like in case of humans, we know that the Y chromosome is very necessary, very much necessary for producing a male sex and controlling the maleness. So whereas in case of Drosophila, if you look into it, the X chromosome is very much essential for the female producing effects, whereas the autosomes, so the autosomes actually controls the male producing effects, and whereas the Y chromosome is only important for the fertility. So if I say that the Drosophila has X naught, it means that it do not have the Y chromosome. So if somebody is X, that like, okay, so I will cover this in later slide. So first, it will be good to see this. So the x ratio a, when I say this, when the ratio, so that's the proportion that I'm talking about. So it is like female when there are 2x and 2 6 chromosome. So when I say, that means there are equal number of equal, when there is a balance between the X chromosome and autosomal. So this X is for the XX chromosome and this N is for the autosomal chromosome. So the ratio will be 1. Whereas for the male, it will be 0.5. If you can see, there is 1X and 2N. So there are 2 autosomes and 1 6X chromosome. So this is the numerator, this is the denominator. In this case, the ratio will be 1, and in this case, it will be 0.5. So this is the ratio X ratio A. So when this is greater, when this is 1 or greater than when it is 1, it will produce female. When it is 0.5, it. So what if you can see here, so yes,